Past relationships are often the best teachers. They help us discover the loopholes in our personalities and are the guidelines to mend these flaws in ourselves. So what is it exactly that we learn from these relationships? Hello, I'm RAJAT KAPOOR and I welcome you to my lounge. Let's find out from my first guest what she has learned from her relationships. Let's meet NIKHAT.
Hi, I'm NIKHAT and I'm a filmmaker by profession. As far as learning from relationships goes, I have a little radical view on that. You learn little things, yes, you learn better how to negotiate your next relationship, but by and large, one just tends to go ahead and make the same mistakes all over again. In that sense, the learning is there, it's sort of probably, in theory it's there, but how much one is able to apply that learning, I have my doubts about it. At least I rarely do end up applying that learning in my relationships.
Hi NIKHAT.
Hi Rajat.
Welcome to the lounge.
Thank you.
So you have been married.
Yes.
And what happened?
It didn't work out.
Okay, how long were you married?
I was married for close to 10 years.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And it didn't work out after 10 years?
Well, I think it sort of wasn't working out after a few years, but you don't want to give up, and you sort of think that there's a way to make it work. And there was a lot that was good in the marriage, so I guess that kind of kept us going for a while. But it was inevitable that it was really not going to last.
So when did you find out that it's not going to work out?
I sort of walked out about 9 years later and took a year to really get the whole separation, divorce talk happen.
And when did you start, when was this? When did this breakup happen?
4 years back.
And when did you start looking at that as maybe a learning experience for your next relationship, as maybe a stepping stone to the next successful relationship? Or never? Or you still...
No, I do have sort of a radical view on that. I think that you never really learn. There are some things which, as you grow with age and you sort of mature and experience, you do put to practice. For instance, you kind of let go of a lot of preconceived notions you have about relationships.
So but what you're saying is that these expectations might become more grounded, might become more sensible, but your personality traits don't change. And
no, we're all victims of our personalities. So it's, sooner or later it catches up with you. You could make conscious decisions that I'm not going to say be attracted to a particular kind of man, because that kind of man just gives me hurt.
Right. But you want that. You want that hurt.
So it doesn't really stop you. You can't really control it after a point.
Right. You said if you know that this kind of a man is going to give you hurt, but you're still attracted to a similar man. But what has changed, what you've learned about yourself, is that you realize this fact now. So you also realize that maybe you are looking to be hurt, and maybe this is going to end badly. So at least that realization is there.
Yeah.
And that is a learning.
That is a learning.
That is a learning from a past relationship. When you went into it without knowing, now you know. I am a masochist, I am looking for this, And that's a big learning.
Yeah, that is a learning. It doesn't sort of help you, but
it doesn't help you. But maybe it would. Maybe it would help you. Maybe you would not blame the other so much. So maybe one will accept that.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose that is a learning too.
Looking for in a relationship?
Well, I think where I am right now, I don't have any sort of fantastic romantic illusions about a relationship sort of anymore. But, very basic things of, companionship and, doing things together, or sharing a life and, sharing common sort of goals in a sense.
Right. And earlier, what were you expecting, or what?
One definitely had more demands from a relationship earlier, One demanded time, one demanded a certain kind of affection, one demanded many things, One had, one structured one's life in a certain way, and
so now
one
you learn that men are no good and they will never be able to give you all that?
For ABC reasons and as long as...